I'm the only one that knows the story with this next march, so I'll try and explain it. It's a piece written by Julius Futzig. It's called Florentiner March, and it was programmed as an adapted work in the movie Brassed-Off. How many have seen the movie Brassed-Off? That's what I thought, nobody. So let me explain. The story is about a British brass band and the competitive British brass bands in England, and it occurs during the 1980s when Margaret Thatcher was Prime Minister. And during that time, she was shutting down many of the coal mines as Britain transformed from a mining and a manufacturing culture into more of a financial economy. So the story is that each coal mine had their own brass band, and in this particular town, it was Colliery, and they're shutting down the brass band, and the music they use as they're shutting down the coal mine is Florentiner March. And pictured during the middle of this is a very poignant melody, and it shows a picture of these families kind of standing in line and voting with the union, and the people basically losing their jobs. But the band keeps on going and goes on and wins the British brass band contest. This is Florentiner March from the movie Brassed-Off, conducted by Miss Allison Thigpen, Assistant Band Director at Notre Dame.
the program, you might have thought, that's not in the movie, but actually it's in lots. Probably the most famous, or the most obvious one we think of when we think of Claire de Lune is the scene at the end of Ocean's 11. And they're in front of the Bellagio, and the fountain is doing all the neat things that it does, and they're thinking back on how they just stole a whole bunch of money and how rich they're going to be. So it's in that movie. It's also, for all you younger folks in the audience, apparently it was in the Twilight series in those movies. And if you like cartoons, it was in The Muppet Show, and also The Simpsons. So, Claire de Lune by Debussy, who would have thought? I'm sure he certainly didn't think his song would end up in The Simpsons or other shows like that. So, here is Claire de Lune by Debussy.
As we're coming up to the holiday season, many of you will probably be flying somewhere. Hopefully we're going to be flying